Hi everyone, welcome back to Paprika's Craft Corner. This week we are actually going to be watching me learn a new craft. I decided to try something new. Part of the beauty of crafting is that there's all kinds of crafts out there and things that you can learn. And so I tried something that I thought would be easy and learned very quickly that it is not. And so it's a lot of fun and I hope that you enjoy the video. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is make the semicircle things in order to actually make the pom-poms. I'm not going to go out and buy a pom-pom maker. I'm just going to make one. And what I've seen is that if you, whatever diameter this is, the actual completed pom-pom is going to be slightly bigger. So this one's it's a little bigger than 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go with that. I already drew one out over here. I need to do 4 total. I don't need the full circle, but apparently that's just what I'm drawing. That's fine. So whatever. Okay, so I got my 4 circles. And then what I'm going to do is measure to the middle, just see how big these actually are. They're like 2.5. Ooh, closer to 2 3/4, it looks like. Okay, fine. That's cool. So let's do math. 2 3/4 divided by 2. Okay, so I did the math and, well, I did the math. I put it in a calculator. I'm not gonna lie. Math is not my thing. And it was ridiculous. It was some number that there was no way I'm gonna find it on this on this ruler. So what I'm gonna do is actually use the centimeters side, which is 7 centimeters. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. That's a lot easier to go with. So it's right here. I'm gonna double check that over here. It's close. All right. So this is about the halfway mark. You really only need it to be half a circle. And the reason for that, of course, is because you are going to be putting the 2 halves together. Okay, so let's find the 3.5 centimeter mark over here. Of course, I went down a little bit. Oh, measuring. So much fun. So you've got the semicircle here. You need the inner circle as well, and that's going to be about 1 inch. This is not the one I had. I had this one. Yeah, a little over 1 inch. So I'm going to just kind of put it halfway. That looks about half. That looks crooked. Fun. That looks better. Okay, let's see how far away that is. It's about 2 centimeters. If you don't want to do all of this, of course you can just go buy one. All right, so now what we're going to do is add like little tabbies onto them. So essentially I'm just going to draw straight down on both sides. Okay, so I have cut out my pieces, and what I did is I cut out these little pieces as well, because apparently, like, they can help create space that will be needed later on, I guess. Um, this is not how I've made pom-poms in the past. I've done pom-poms like where you had two nails sticking out. We did this at a camp that I worked at. You'd have two nails sticking up in the wood, and you just wrap it around the nails. They were always floppy. They never came out like really good pom-poms. Um, and we called them warm fuzzies. They had a really cute story that went along with them. But that's like the extent of my pom pom knowledge. So I don't really know about these newfangled devices that they've got out there, or that I'm trying to recreate. But apparently, you kind of pair it up like this. Okay. Um, so while that's drying, what I'm going to do is show you the design I came up with. What I did is I actually had to knocking over stuff. I had to come up with a design based on the yarn that I have because I don't have a lot of options for yarn. So I wanted to do a bunny, and I didn't have enough of a color. I had this, but it's really thin, so I didn't want to use it as like the main color for anything. So I decided I saw this giant thing, and I don't use orange very much in anything because I prefer blues and the cooler colors. So I found this and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to make a fox. So I have my orange, my white, and my black. And we're going to see how it goes. Yeah. So what I did is once I had my thought figured out is I kind of took a circle and I planned out what it's going to look like. Now, of course, he's going to have ears, but I'm going to do those out of felt. You can make them out of yarn from what I've seen online, but I didn't like it as much. Maybe it's just because of the ones that I was looking at that, they don't have quite the right shape to them. So I'm going to do these out of felt for now. So you draw it on there and you can actually kind of color it in if it will help you. I didn't color mine in, but I know the nose is going to be black. This part here is going to be white. This is going to be the orange. Here's black again. And then this is the orange again. So we're essentially, I split it in half. And we're going to just kind of recreate this shape on these. Even right now, I'm kind of like, what? How does this work? But it will. It will work. And we're going to watch it work here in a minute. These need a little bit more time to dry, and then we will get started. Okay, it's dry. Let's see how it does. How this works, okay? So I'm gonna put these two sides together with the little piece in between, okay? And I'm going to start with my black because that's the first one that I need to start with. So if I'm looking at it from here, what it looks like to me is that like the top little bit needs to have more layers on it, so that it'll create kind of that triangle shape. I don't know why this is nerve-wracking because I've never tried this before, I guess. So it's making me nervous. All right. So if this is his little face right here, okay. Okay, I don't want his nose to be too big, so I'm going to try to yeah, okay. All right, so then the second piece will be the white. Which I can't find the edge of. I still haven't found the edge. Oh my gosh, where is the edge of this white? Well, when in doubt, you can always just make a new edge, right? So there. All right, cool. So because this is thinner, it's going to take more of it for sure, but that's okay. So it's all going to be, it's kind of the opposite of what it was here, where it's going to be kind of thin up here, and then it's going to get a little thicker, but I still do need it to be at least as thin or as thick as the bottom of the nose. I think. I don't know. I'm talking like this is why warm fuzzies never get really big, because of how long it takes, or it would take campers to do this. Nose, and I have my white chin area. Okay, so now this is not going to stay that way. It has to go that way. Let's get some orange in there, because I want a little bit of orange before we get to the eyes. So I think, I mean, the way that I look at this is that I want it to be even with the three. With the edge of the nose, maybe a little bit more, and then we'll have the eyes. I don't know how it's gonna look. It's okay. It's a new thing. Sometimes you're just trying something new, and if you fail, that's all right. I say that now, but if I fail, it's gonna be a whole different thing. Let's see if I actually post this video if I make a horrible monster. I will post it, even if it makes me really sad to look at it. Okay, so the thickness right now is right at the nose, so I want a little bit more. And I'm not covering the nose completely. I think you could at this point, but I'm not, because I want to see where the nose is. Otherwise, where am I going to put the eyes? I don't want to like have them in some kind of wonky place. They're probably still going to end up in a wonky place, but I'm going to try to have them in a good looking spot. I've made a Pokeball. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, okay. So what it says to do then, or what I've seen and researched in a couple of different ones, is that you kind of do another smaller layer, and it just kind of wraps where you want it to be. This feels wrong, but if you remember that you're cutting it, it's okay. We can trim it later. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Just gonna do 4. I don't know why 4. 4 just feels, well, one more. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to keep going with my orange and cover up everything. Just cover it all up. Okay, so this one I think is good. I think we're gonna, I don't know. We're gonna move on. We're gonna leave that one sitting. Now this one is just going to be orange. A whole bunch of orange. Because it's the back of the head. So I'm trying to just make it approximately the same size as the other one. I don't know. I've never seen like an actual amount. I guess, how would you even measure this? Like, would you sit here and count how many times you wrap it around? Like, my God. So I don't know if there's like a correct way to actually do this, but I just wrapped until my little heart felt good about it. And they're approximately the same size. So we're gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it. Okay, so the next thing is that you created these tabs here, I guess, to like put it all together. Oh gosh. So there, that's it. I'm done. I made a creature and I'm done. So so now we are going to attach these like so. The idea, I guess, well, it's using like little binder clips. I don't have binder clips. Oh wait, I have one. I have a binder clip. Oh, that's a nice clip right there. Okay. So we clipped that one. I don't think I have another binder clip. Oh, I do. This is what it pays to be a teacher. You have random office supplies at home. And now I'm out. So I'm going to use, I guess these things. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay. I'm going to put this one down here because it doesn't have as much that it has to hold on to because of the other one. And then I'm going to put this one up here. And then I'm going to use this here. Well, this just looks like a mess. Okay, so next, apparently what you do is you cut it. This is so weird. So different than how I'm used to making pom-poms. Let me find good scissors, which have gone missing. I just had a pair. Oh, they're there. Okay. Well, hopefully these are good scissors. I don't know if they're going to be able to handle. They are not. Okay. That's fine. I have these. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just going to kind of do it very slowly. Just so what I'm doing is following in between the two pieces of cardboard I had earlier. And just kind of following that line. And not well. Gosh. I want to get my box knife back out. My box cutter. I don't think that would do any better though. I'm over this. I'll go back to making plushies. They're easier. Someone's probably sitting there watching me going, you're making it look a lot harder than it actually is, and I'm not trying to. This is just not the world that I'm used to. Like, seriously, how do you... this feels awful. Oh, look. Okay. All right. It's coming along. It's getting there. We are a quarter of the way through one side. So an eighth of the way through. Okay, so now what you do is you tie it all together. Oh, holy cow. All right, so you slip this through, apparently. What is this? What, those centers don't line up? Come on. Now my question is, is it gonna get... No, it's not. Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna wrap it around a few times just because I don't trust that I have done this correctly. And I don't know if you're supposed to do that. I don't remember from the instructions if that is what you do. But that is what I did. And I guess if I fail, then we will know the truth of the matter. It looks like a football. Okay. I think I did a square knot. Now I don't remember, but I'm just going to do another one just in case. Okay. I'm going to cut both of these off. And then you can release this and this and this. That one already fell off. And then you can just take... Well, that's nifty, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. Look at his little wonky self. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was told he's gonna look a little weird when you first get him out. That is perfectly normal. So what you have to do now is you have to trim him. This is so funny. Oh my gosh, these scissors aren't cutting anything. He has like the most amazing large nose I've ever seen on a fox in my life. I'm just going to call that now. Oh my gosh, look at all that yarn. Well, I love it. Let's let's figure out how to add some ears. Oh my god, he's cute. I'm not gonna lie. I like him. He doesn't look exactly the way that I wanted. I wish I'd done a little bit of white around his eyes. But I think for a first time, not bad. He kind of looks like a deer too. You know what? He is whatever you want him to be. But let's add those ears and see what that does. Okay, so I found my felt to make his ears, and I'm going to just use this scrap that I had drawn the the design on. Look at his nose. That came out nothing like I drew. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of sketch out what I think will look good, and then adjust from there, because it might be too big, it might be too small, so on and so forth. Just do a rough cut here. Like I said, you can do this with yarn apparently, but I feel that it was a great idea that I did not for this first time, considering I asked my husband what he looked like, and he said ranging from literally a an otter to a beaver, everything but a fox. That's okay. That's all right though. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, so, and the idea, what I'm going to do is just kind of, or am I? Is that going to make him look like a deer? What is that going to make him look like? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to figure out how to kind of just insert these in here and in the back. You could do other things here, like you could add a little bit of pink if you want. I feel like I really need to think it out a little bit more before I figure out exactly what I would like best to do with the ears. But so for now, I'm just going to kind of put them in there. And I'm just going to glue them in. And as for like what kind of glue, just going to kind of walk you through my thinking process here. Could be the wrong answer. Could be right. Could be completely off base. There could be no right answer. I don't know. But my thought is that if I use hot glue, there's the potential of it getting all over the yarn, affecting the actual shape of the face. So I am concerned with that idea. Man, I really wish now that I had used yarn. That's okay. So if I use hot glue, yeah, it's going to get everywhere. Craft glue, I think, might be the best choice. I don't know. I do want to also look at this and whether or not I would like this look. I've already lost my template. There it is. This is just some pink that I had that I was using for a Tiny Tim creation. Tiny Tim from Muppet Christmas Carol. So this is like his tongue right here. I made 2 of them. They're super cute. Absolutely adorable little creations that I made right around Christmas time. So I had this left over. I'm just gonna see what this does. And this one, I do want this to be a lot smaller. So that's really just an outline for me to kind of follow along with. But I don't want it to be the same size, because if it were the same size, it would just cover up all of the orange that I have. Like I said, I don't know if I want to do this. I just want to see. I think honestly, I like the simplicity. He looks more like a deer though than a fox. Even with the ears, I should just round them out and give him some deer ears. Okay, so I'm going to just use some craft glue to put it in there, like I said, because I don't think the hot glue is a great idea for this medium. Alright, so craft glue. He's a whole new kind of animal. We're just going to go with that. I told you, this is me trying something new. I don't know what they're going to turn out to look like. I don't know that they're going to be any good. It's just meant to be fun. It's meant to just, you know, me trying out things, because that's what I like to do. I like to learn new things. And a part of learning new things is, of course, failing at them as well. This is not a failure. I do not consider this a failure, though, at all, because he is cute. He did come out as something, and that is better than what I knew earlier today when I first started. But my stuffy, I'm going to make a plushie of a fox, and he's going to look a lot better, because that's the area that I know better. There you go, folks. There's my cute little pom-pom creature face. It's got a little bit of a shape to it as well. And his nose is even a little rounded. It's huge though. That was my problem. I made the nose too big. But anyway, here he is. Here's my cutie, my first attempt at a pom-pom animal. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you're going to try this too because this was a lot of fun. And if you want to just make regular pom-poms, you can just do exactly what I did before, except just one color. And this would be such a fun little activity to do with family or friends for decoration. You know, spring's coming up. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with this. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this fun adventure here at Paprika's Craft Corner. Please like and subscribe. And if you do end up making one, please share it with me. I want to see what you do as well. You can share them with me on Facebook or Instagram. You can just tag Paprika's Crafts. We're on on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So please check us out. Share what you did as well, because I would love to see your work. All right, thank you. Have a great day.